update. So many things are happening in your city that I can tell you for a fact. All right, from this whole flood wahala. This flood is not just sweeping away cars and houses; it's also sweeping away jobs. Because I hear that some persons in the FCDA and all of it might be losing their jobs because of car dealers, and that is another matter. We'll talk about that. I don't know when. I would have loved Mazi around when we talk about that issue, but it's got to be during the week.
But I'm happy that Mr. Wike mentioned that as well, because people somehow they've been accusing him of being the one, approving those places for the car mat. If you look around Abuja, Gabi, it's way too much. Everywhere you turn to, you see a car shop, and some of those places are, where you're supposed to have gardens. Some of them are places where, like the ones around Barimpa, they're supposed to be the place that is supposed to absorb, the flood, the excess water if it rains. So some of these places you find them, using concrete and so on to, elevate the place. And now, the effect on the environment as well. So I'm happy that he moved around, and they also made a comment that he's not aware of, all those things.
He isn't aware.
Yeah, no, that's what he said. Let's take him by his word. I know he's going to.
He has been to Buhari
again, and I hope they will take him on that as well. From what he said, that he didn't know. So I'll believe him.
He has been to Buhari several times. That's the minister now, and there's I don't know if there's another route to Buhari aside from the Kubwa Expressway.
Yeah, the express. Yeah.
Then you turn from Duse. I head towards. I don't know if there's another road. So there's no way Mr. Minister cannot tell me that.
Now let me say why I said I believe him. Yes, if you're going to Buhari, and by the way, we must give it to him. He's one minister that is almost everywhere. There is no place.
Oh yeah, I agree with you on that.
So I will give him and credit on that. But you can actually be moving, and you see the car shops and the car mart and so on, and maybe think. Maybe it's the normal thing, you understand? But probably this flood issue maybe raised that as well. But I think he was confronted by journalists, and he had to make that statement that he's not aware. But the one I also would want to hear him, say something about is some of these other valley. You're not supposed to build there are places that you see, that this place you're not supposed to build around here, because there are places that when you look, even without knowing anything about the master plan, that this area is supposed to absorb water. But I'm seeing construction in some of those places. For example, if you're heading from Ministers Hill, you're heading to the MTN office. Immediately before the PDP presidential, the legacy house, right?
The new one.
By the left, there is one place that is like swampy a little bit. I'm seeing serious construction. I'm not talking about what they say, Kwekwe house. I mean the kind of house that some of these big construction companies they handle. On the right, also close to that Anglican church, another beautiful structure there. But my concern is that if you elevate that place, where will the water now stay? Because most of the water won't flow to anywhere. It's the soil that is supposed to absorb them. But now you've paved everywhere. It will be impossible for the soil to absorb some of those water. So I just hope you will say something about that.
Since this flood issue started in unprecedented ways that we've never seen before.
Yeah.
Like the ones that would cover up a car, a saloon car.
My neighbor told me a funny story over the weekend. He was coming from that Diamond Bank Junction. He was heading maybe towards Banex. He said his friend in the car was saying, turn back. This car don't swallow your age. And he kept going because he saw one car in front. He said, let's back. But since then, his car has been smelling. Because they will almost stop. But he said he almost got to his waist here.
He would have to sun dry that car.
Gabi, this flood thing also.
Yeah.
Have you also observed that some of these are manholes? Number one, these guys, they've removed the cover. We are not talking about that again. But I know that FCDA, they are bringing a new cover with concrete or something. So I think they are not, those guys, the bowler guys are not stealing those ones. But sand has blocked some of those manholes. So, and water is supposed to enter through to whatever this thing. So they've done that. And then these women who sweep, I've seen a few of them where they will sweep and they move the sand inside that place.
You see, this whole flood issue, that's not our topic, but it's one that
but Abuja, I know
if we unpack it, everybody will collect your own sub, including you too, that you're in the cab, you drink that
and throw
and you throw the
away.
bottle. Yes. We'll start sending thunder to fire people.
In fact, before we send the thunder, we ask you want it roasted, boiled?
Well, let's talk about Buhari for a bit, Mazi. So there's a particular area that's under Buhari Area Council.
Yeah.
And this area, we're talking about it a little bit, myself and Fortune, before we went for EdTech sponsors.
Yeah.
We're talking about Pape City.
Yeah.
Let's
Pap
talk
City. They say Pap City.
Let's talk about Pap City for a bit. What you said is a crazy place. I said, let them not catch you. That is
That's the story
no,
I've
but,
been hearing.
Yeah.
Have you seen big cars drive in and out of Pape?
Hey,
At least you see some electric cars.
there is no kind of car you will not see in Pape.
I'm telling
Go
you.
there in the morning, like 7:30.
Because
You see cars coming out in the evening from, let's say, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
I'm not
Also,
joking,
you
no.
see a lot of logs. I'm not talking of normal, very.
people look down on
The
Pape.
kind of cars that you see, Motu, you see, maybe the 5 person go. No, he's living
because Pape has it has a unique. It's one of the most unique cities in Abuja.
Yeah.
In that, take away Dakibiu in Jabi. Jabi upstairs. There are some lungus within Wuse too.
Yeah.
These are like really lungus within highbrow areas.
Highbrow areas, yeah.
But we look at certain areas like Gishiri, like Pape. These are areas that are extreme proximity to city center.
Yeah.
But they give you the value of, in quotes,
Yeah.
lungus. So you can get affordable, housing
Houses are around there.
than you would. Let's say Maitama to Wusetu is about 7 to 10, 15 minutes drive. Pape will give you like 20, which is, and then, it's just reasonable that, okay, let's just go there, get a land, build something. And so you have a lot of people who actually, they get bread for hand.
Yeah.
But they stay there.
There.
But then again, this particular area is one that has given a lot of concerns to many Nigerians, many people in Abuja, especially. And somebody's already calling, and my spirit is telling this person is from Pap City. let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
This is excellent spirit from Papi.
Morning, sir.
Good morning, everyone in the studio.
Good morning, sir.
I like you preempted what I had in mind. I was just preparing my mind. Once LFG comes on this morning, I was going to call Nigeria Info to complain about Pape Road. I just tuned in now, and I heard something you mentioned in Pape. I said, hey, this one is a full opportunity to make I not miss this program. I have to pull over. Honestly speaking, in fact, it's an understatement when you say the kind of cars coming out and all that. You need to come to Pape. See, Pape has now been divided into 2 sections. There's side you can call slum, not totally slum to say. There is another side that is Metama extension. From that Mama Versailles State and all that.
Those places are fine.
My brother, the caliber of people in Pape, we are not supposed to beg for them to rehabilitate that road done by Julius Berger over 30 years ago. From that Pape junction to what they call Chicken Republic, that Berger Quarry junction.
That's where Metama extension ends. That's Chicken Republic. Anything from there like this,
that's
on your own.
That is actually where Pape begins.
Oh, you see,
Yes, that road you see, there is no single pothole. I repeat, there is no single pothole from Metama Junction to that Chicken Republic. What we have here is that the road has been, dilapidated. The materials used by Julius Berger, it has been one of the highest in terms of quality, international standard, that road. But because of lack of maintenance, because of the heavy duty equipment and constant traffic, when you have so much traffic, the heat generated by vehicles that are not moving, that are standing in one place over time, continues to melt the material. No maintenance, nothing. And it's just a single lane coming out. It's a very big risk. Now, as we speak, by that junction, we don't know what is happening at that junction where people are loading. That spot is so bad. You know, there was a ditch during erosion before Erufai came. It was during Erufai that they used blocks. Before that time, even if two people are falling into that hole there, you will not see them standing outside or except you go to peep into that hole. But they fill that place with rocks and covered it. That's where people are now loading, turn to park now. But over time now, for more than 3 weeks now, it is causing serious hiccups coming down from Pape Hill.
I understand.
It's a very dangerous place. All those trucks are always coming down with heavy loads.
I hear you. Excellent Spirit. Thank you so much.
To help us escalate this.
That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Now there is yes. Someone says even MC Meeting made a video recently about Pape. I was even looking for that video. Meeting is a friend of the house, my personal friend as well. Now there's. Because it's important that we actually know where we're coming from, where we are, and where we're going to. But there's a very crucial question I have, and I'm throwing to everybody, Mazi, Motu, and Fortune, even to our callers too. Looking at the history of Pape, actually, so from what I was able to gather, it was not initially intended to be
a residential
area.
Yeah, true.
So it was actually a Kiri village. It's called a Kiri. I hope I'm getting that right. Please, someone help me check the pronunciation. All right, so it's actually
we are used to Kwari.
Kwari, okay. Okay, so you wonder what I was talking about. So the word Quar is actually pronounced as key. Yeah, so but I'm not sure. So let's just stick to Quarry. All right, so modest, baggy indigenous village set on a rocky granite hill in the late 1980s, 1990s. Major construction firms like Julius Berger, Arab contractors set up massive rock quarrying operations there to crush stones for building central Abuja. Yeah. But like we have seen in certain areas where constructions have opened up, like if you go to some part of Jai, inside Jai, like say down the near Gwarimpa Expressway, I've seen some places where they are doing a lot of buildings. You can tell that people are not exactly moving into those houses yet, but you can see several settlements around those settlements of the construction workers, the truck drivers, and people that will sell food to them, and the family will now move there. It just continues to build from there. And so the question I have is, if there was no initial plan for there to be residential activity in Pape initially, and now people have grown there, people have bought houses there, so should the government follow suit, or we should stick to, well, it was not supposed to be there, so you guys are on your own? Because this would answer the question that people have. We have bad roads in Pape, like Excellent Spirit was saying. Have you been there before, Motu? What about you, Fortune? Okay, we should take an excursion there.
I was even there yesterday.
We should take an excursion there. So when you're driving into Pape, it goes up because it's hilly.
It's hilly, yeah.
So for the next 10-15 minutes, you're on a constant incline. Yeah. You are inclining, right? You're driving up. When you're coming down, you are reclining. Do you understand? So it's not hilly valley. No, it's just continuous up or down. And so he was saying that because there's a lot of construction going on there, these heavy articulated trucks going there, when they're coming down, some of them we know that their brakes is in the hands of God.
A lot of people now, God, even last year now, there was an accident that a lot of people died by that particular place where keke loads. The truck lost brake, and now we had to use keke and vehicles around to hold itself. So that is true. What Excellent Spirit said is true, because if you're descending from Pape, right, you don't even need you can put your car in neutral until you get to that junction.
Which some people do, which is dangerous.
Well, no, but I'm telling you how slopey the place is.
I understand you.
You understand? So, and some of these trucks, if you know the way you are into automobile, most of these trucks, these heavy duty, they have what they call what do they call that in? Retarder or something. Yeah. That helps hold apart from the brake as well. Yeah. If the system is not functioning well, the brake alone can't even help stop the truck. Most times, even the extra load they are carrying as well will even put a lot more pressure on the vehicle. So that's why you always have that issue. And at a point, even after the accident, it's just that we are a country where when something happens, that's the only time you see government come in or the road safety or so do one or two things. They are supposed to stop those trucks at that peak period when people are coming out, like from that 6, 7, 8. Don't let those trucks come. In the evening when people are going back, they've closed from work from 5 to like 8 o'clock. Don't also let them. But the situation is that
very practical, Mazi?
They are, of course. Okay, in Maraba Road today, at that exactly that same Pape junction. In the evening, if somebody had a bad day, the child's bad day, that was why I went there yesterday. By that Nikon junction, you see a lot of these trucks, carrying oranges and so on. Maybe they are going to Jos, I don't know where. But you find a lot of them, they will park by the road. Why? That is the only place they can stay and wait until the traffic around Maraba clears. So they can go. They've stopped them. Stopped them from using it that peak period when you have in the afternoon they can go when the traffic is less. But in that morning period where people are coming out on the evening from 5 to around 9, they had to stop somewhere. So I think that is what they are supposed to do in Pape. Even yesterday when I was going, you could see some of these small boys, not up to, I don't know if they're up to 18. The way they drive that in as if it's keke. In fact, I'm even beginning to suspect that some of them will move from Okada to keke, and from keke they will climb the truck and start, because there is no way if you've been to a driving school or somebody has taught you something about that, you'll be driving a heavy truck like that. I mean, you're close to a bus that is loaded with people and you're still moving at speed, hoping that once you match your brake, it's going to stop. So that is what you have in Pape. But with, like you mentioned something about like 17 years ago or so, the first time I went to that Pape area, I think that place, mainly what we used to see then was those trucks coming in with rocks and so on and so forth. You hardly see vehicles. It's now that the place is full of, everybody's moving in. I do not think that I'm going to support, government, following the master plan, because a lot of people who are living in that place will go. If the housing scheme,
by go, you mean demolition of,
you demolish them
buildings.
Because if you go to that place, some of those places are not planned.
Indeed.
Some people they will park their car by the road,
which is where the issue is, Mazi. So a place that was not initially in the master plan, can we then make demands of the government for intervention? Because now people are saying the government should come and fix this road, and maybe the FCDA or FCTA rather, they are looking at, okay, this is was not initially in our plan. Or do you think that entire plan should be ditched at this point?
I think that, see, I am somebody who, anything that you think can be changed, I don't like that. That is why I have problem with tradition, because they will tell you that is how our forefathers used to do it. And I was telling somebody, I'm driving a Camry today. My forefather no send a bicycle, now he meet. So you can't tell me to follow, what he was doing. The same thing with, some of the religious practices that we do. You say you don't change. The master planting was, arranged like several years ago. Today, Abuja has changed. So we need to touch the master plan a little bit. Like that Pape area I'm saying, from the way Pape is, apart from the ghetto-like and a lot of criminal activities around that area, because anywhere you have these Panteka people, you have a lot of criminals around that place. That is true.
Are you sure that's not being stereotypical?
Yeah, no. See, most of those guys, when they steal those things that they steal, manhole and so on, it's usually the Panteka. You have the Panteka in Pape, you have in Jagi or somewhere. That is where they go sell those things.
I understand.
Even some of these people who go steal, what do you call it, these electricity cables and so on, they'll still go to those, because those people they are quick to, buy anything that you sell. Apart from that, Pape, I think, is a place I would love to live. Proximity, the topography of the place is fine. That mama, what's the name of that estate again? By the left, if you're going into Pape, that Chris mentioned, very beautiful estate. If you're driving past that, and there are other new estates that are coming up. In fact, this one that we are talking about, this thing, if you're heading into Pape, by the right, the hilly place, that place looks like Guzape. You think you're in Guzape. I've seen that they've started partitioning the place. Serious work is going on. My fear, Pape Road is terribly bad. Like I went to that place yesterday, the hotel that they used for the reception, very beautiful. I mean, it's a place where you can come in and say, let me sit down and hang out. But the road to the place, muddy, rocky, And because of they've used all these big
I
stones
like the
also.
fact that you mentioned rocky, because that is what that entire area, the topography
Yeah.
of that entire area is rocky. And so I can only imagine if the government says, okay, no, let's actually do something here. It's going to cost a lot of money. Again, people seem to forget, because I'm sure as I'm having this conversation,
Yeah.
people are thinking about the FCT minister and they forget Pape is under a specific area council.
It's
Do
under
people,
Buhari.
do we even know it's under Buhari area council?
It looks like it's under Amak.
It's not under Amak. It's
It's under Buhari. Yeah. Under
so,
Buhari.
that's the thing. So who is the area council chairman of Pape?
The sad thing about Pape is that they don't. I'm not sure that they feel the impact of the whatever the Buhari area council, whatever they are doing. If you go there, they don't really have good market. Most of the markets in Pape, they are the ones.
Roadside.
They are, apart from the roadside, yes, and then there is one that's
Well, I
one
think
individual built.
there's one in Ajegunle.
No, there is one that after Dap and Taker, close to where they call Area 1. There is one plaza. That one is built by a private person.
Okay.
But at a point, is even a lady that owns the place. At a point, she was trying to move people from the road into that particular place. But one of the things that will discourage people from going into that place, very beautiful market that the lady built in that place, that is that road thing. Once you, after that, what do you call it? The place, the Chicken Republic that Chris mentioned.
Yeah,
The road is terribly
it's terrible.
bad.
Mazu, let's go for commercials.
All right.
When we come back, we're now going to ask some very critical questions, because it's not just talk about Papi. We need to find solutions as well. What then must we do as a people, even though you don't stay in Papi? All right, I will take more calls, more messages, and we'll come back from this commercial break.
More right after this.
Is the biggest threat to human existence. This is more than a debate. This is where the voices shaping Nigeria's tomorrow take the center stage. I beg to differ.
it Papi, call it Pop City.
Pop City, please.
2 fingers in the air. All right. Now, why we are discussing this is because we all know that the population in Abuja is increasing. Is actually, I saw a report. Abuja is one of the fastest growing cities in Africa by what now? Okay, I can't remember the figure, but I like to work with stats and data a lot, so I'll look for that again. And I know for a fact, because I know a number of my friends that have relocated, including myself, relocated from other parts of the country, Lagos, Port Harcourt, into Abuja. That's on one hand. That's relocation for economic activities. Then we have the other set of persons that have moved into Abuja against the will. People from Benue State,
Yep.
from Kogi State,
Niger.
from Niger State,
Kaduna.
from Kwara State, from Kaduna State, because of insecurity, one form of insecurity or the other. Communal clashes, farmer headers clashes, literal ransacking of communities by bandits. All of these things have led certain people to flee into Abuja, considering Abuja as a safe haven. And so holistically, there's got to be that conversation about mopping up of population. As population growth is increasing, what are we doing to ensure that people are properly housed? Which was supposed to even lead to the conversation that we're supposed to have with the CEO of HDAN, the 1.7 million housing deficit in Abuja, when we have some houses being locked up in Maitama, Wositu, and Gorempa, and the rest of it. But we're talking about Pape this morning, and let's get to your contributions, all right? We're not just going to talk about the problems. We need to talk about solution. So what then must we do? But we'll get to that in a bit, all right? I can see from reports that the estimated 1 million to 1.2 to 1.8 million residents in Pape currently. It feels more than that, I've got to say. I don't know if you've been to, Mas, I have been to Ajegunle before.
Yeah.
I've been to Area 1 before, and I genuinely think Pape has about 20 million people.
And beyond that, after Area 1, there is another. It's like there is another Pape in Pape.
There's that. When you get to that roundabout, where there's Chicken Republic and First Bank, there's a turning to the left.
That is going to the Begakwari area. So the straight, when you go straight, that is the Area 1.
I've been there twice in my entire adult life, and the 2 times I went there, I don't know. What happened? Like, the first time I went there was in the morning. It looked like every other normal area. The second time I went there was in the night.
It's in the evening that you see a lot of
drama. FCBT will say Oringo.
But it's a very funny place. I think why Pape is unique is that like you mentioned, the cheap housing thing. The cheap, most of those
are they still cheap, by the way?
There are still houses like 4K per month.
4K.
Yeah, but it's the type that
like 4,000.
Yes, 4,000 per month in Pape. But it's the type like it could be mud house, it could be block house, but it's the type that you don't have a toilet to yourself, you don't have the kitchen to be the katako kind of thing. Normal thing. Say me I be at the we are another
remind me not
the landlord.
Remind me not to follow you go some places.
So I've seen you have a lot of those houses in Pape. One major thing, if government says they want to go into Pape and do anything, a lot of houses will go and a lot of poor people will suffer.
I agree with
because most of these people who work as house helps around the Banex, Sheriff Plaza, they come from Pape. That is where you have the cheap houses.
From that Banex junction in the evening.
Yes.
Many cars loading Pape.
Yes. It's uncountable. In fact, even from that particular Banex junction, if you come out there by 10 o'clock and say you still want to load passengers to Pape, you still get people going.
I agree with
because there are people who close by that time.
I agree with
the only thing I want government to do concerning the Pape thing is that if you want to change, I'm not saying that people should be allowed to continue to live in that area, because this is how epidemic can happen, health issues and so on and so forth.
Right.
Because of the the way you don't have decent toilets. They don't have most of the water they use there is borehole as well. But I think that if there's a way government can do mass housing thing where you move people to a different place, because after that Area 1 side that you mentioned, there is another place inside, empty land and so on. If you build mass houses there, move people to that place, and then take this other place and remodel it, build a better thing there. You understand? So I think that is what they are supposed to do. But they need to do something about the road. And I'm not going to call Wike on this. We have area council. Pape is under Buhari. Let the area council chairman at least do something. Let the people in that particular place, feel his impact. Because in the evening, the last time I experienced what I saw in Pape one day it rained was when I was in Aba. In Aba, you as a banker, you can't wear your fine suit and if it's a lady like Auntie Fortune and Mochi, you wear your koi shoe. You want in Aba, you don't do that during rainy season. You will swim to your bank, carry your shoe, in your handbag. When you get to your banking hall, you wash your leg and then you wear your shoe. In Pape, that road, once it rains.
Aba is in Abia State.
Is in Abia State.
Okay.
So that is the issue with Pape. If it rains, you see how people are struggling to go past, because sometimes the buses won't take you close to your way. They will stop you around that First Bank area or so on. And you hardly see Keke saying that they are going to carry you to that place. The only option you have is Okada. And it could be very expensive. How much is your salary? So people have to trek from that place to where they are going to. So, and once it rains, you just see people almost swimming in mud to get to where they are doing. So I think that the area council, the Buhari area council, should do something about that road. Let's leave FCT and so on. But on the area where I expect the FCT minister to come in is, there is only one entrance to Pape. It has advantage, it has disadvantage. If a car is stolen inside Pape, it's easier to to have the police block one road and they will get the car. But it is also not wrong.
I heard there's a road, back road to Buhari.
Yes, there is a road to Buhari, but you can't try there. I've been to that place once. Very lonely place and it's bushy. So if all this kidnapping thing that you're talking, it should be that area. I know the road. It will connect to Buhari, but you can't do that. You understand? There should be other roads that can take you out of Pape. Maybe where you can exit through Guzape or Asokoro or something, and other places. It's not because that's why anytime there is
Asokoro is going to be difficult.
Anytime there is any issue, maybe one of these trucks spoil in Pape Road, the traffic, you can be in that traffic from 7 o'clock to 10 p.m.
I heard.
One day I experienced it. I gave somebody money to buy something for me. So I was when I saw the thing, I just called one Okada guy, asked him, what happened? He saw a guy, if you don't get enough fuel, turn back. So the person I dropped, to join another vehicle to go to Pape and then left, he got to his house after 10 or to 11 at night. So it's not good. There should be another way to enter Pape, and they should also dualize that road. It's not good. Secondly, I think they need to stop Keke in Pape. Those guys are reckless. The most reckless Keke and Okada drivers, I think that they are in Pape. Honestly, I'm beginning to think that the ones in Buhari, in Gwarimpa, sorry. I think the ones in Gwarimpa, they are learning.
No, Gwarimpa are tush. Keke drivers in Gwarimpa are tush. No, they are no. Gwarimpa drivers are tush.
Gaby, these guys will be overtaking you. One day, and the place is hilly and the road is curved as well.
Yes.
With full speed. Keke that has only 3 tires that can flip. I think that, see, let me say this. Before we allow anybody to drive certain things, at least basic education is important, because simple science will tell you that this thing can flip. How can you be turning and you are still on, even a car with 4 tires won't have that much balance, and you're doing it with a tricycle? That is what Keke is now, not be 3 tires.
I mean, I've never experienced that's a new information for me personally. You see, Maraba Okada and Kuba Okada, I fear them. I hail them from afar. But let's go to the phone lines. Let's hear from our people. So different questions. Number one, what's the housing like in Pape? People complain that housing rent is increasing all over Abuja. Is the same for Pape too? Let us know. Maybe somebody is listening right now and say, I want to move to Pape. So let us know. Or maybe Motu wants to move to Pape. No.
Motu can only go there to eat fish.
What do you mean no? Motu, what do you mean no?
Better fish there, Pape.
From what this is that Mazi.
No.
You
worry,
see
when
now,
we are going, we'll get a bodyguard for you.
You see now.
Does it
sound like we're demarketing Pape?
No, it
No,
doesn't.
we are trying to let them
If
do
that's what's
something.
happening there, then that's just what's happening there.
All right.
It's
All
not.
right. But you can still go and take. It's called Pap City.
It's
Paps,
Pap City,
sorry,
yes.
Paps,
Pap City, yeah.
Pap City. Fortune likes Lube. So
You look at
I'm sorry. I said I'm not
Tell
mentioning.
me why they cast these babes
I
teeth
don't
now?
know.
I'm sorry.
What you now? Na clean babe now.
My bad. No. Fortune stays in a very good part of Lube.
Yeah, the very.
Yes. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
bad. I
You
assume.
are trying to polish the rubbish.
Oh God.
All right, so let's go to the phone lines. 0700 951 0000. Okay, well, I'm going to stop. 0700 951 0000 0809 597 4869. Our WhatsApp is 0809 993 0137. Those are the numbers. Now, you let us know. First and foremost, all right, I am curious, all right? I didn't plan this in my notes, but I'm curious. What's the rent like in Pape currently for a 1-bed, the 2-bed, self-contained, room and parlor self-contained, or which one did they call the one that has
studio apartment?
the room that has toilet and kitchen?
That is self-contained.
Self-contained. Okay. Self-contained room and parlor. Let us know what these prices are. Somebody might be listening, interested in going to Pape. I say, oh, this is only now the talk, no concern me. That proximity is most important for me. All right. You let us know that. Number 2, the area council chairman for Buhari is Joshua Ishako. What would you have if you stay in Pape right now? What would you have Mr. Joshua Ishako, Buhari area council chairman, and Mr. Yinsom Wike, FCT minister? What would you have them do to alleviate issues around Pape currently? Let us hear from you. All right. Let's go to the phone lines. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Yes. Good morning to you. Welcome.
Hey, good morning.
What's your name, sir?
Hello.
We can hear you. What's your name?
Hello, can you hear me? Good morning.
Clearly, we can hear you clearly. What's your name? All right, you would have to call us back. Let's get to the phone lines. Hello, good morning.
Gabriel.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you. Guys, family doing dramatic.
They are better than me.
Photo and photo.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
God bless you all. Thank you. I greet all Nigerian for family. The thousand for God. And Abangoshe, all of you. I say good morning to every one of you. And our PM. That's what. This Saturday we meet Daniel calling. Mr. Gabriel, you are asking a question. How much Buhari county chairman? He doesn't before. Subject of the fee for puppet. Don't be surprised if chairman will be in Asokoro now. Oh my God. Not living where they go.
That is you speculating, Mr. Dewumi Daniel. No. So I really want us to stay on course, Mr. Dewumi Daniel. Let's go straight to the question. What would you have the chairman do? Let's not speculate.
We know the NPC connived to threaten every one of us in the chair. Let Mr. Waka, who happened to be one of us, in King, CPS to the Ama chairman now. Let him fear God, forget the office that they gave him. And tell us if Amatiyama is sleeping Monday to Sunday in Buhari. Let us know. Let him call and tell us that he's out that he's living before he becomes chairman. That's why he's living today.
All right, thank you. We do not have a lot of time. All right, I really want us to arrive at solutions. He's not staying at Pape. He's not this. He's not that. We get it. It may not even be true, but that's by the way. That's not the point. The point here is this: solutions. What are we demanding of the area council chairman? We don't have a lot of time. We're going to call this conversation a wrap in the next 10-15 minutes. All right, so let's get right to it, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning, sir. Welcome.
My name is
all right, talk to us, please.
Yeah, we are talking about Pape and the population, Pape and the infrastructure. There's nothing to write home about. But there is an issue that is pending in that Pape. Thank God you came up with it. That many people think it doesn't concern them. A lot more feel it concerns them. They don't know what to do. And some are victims. I met an old man yesterday. The man is a retired diplomat, close to 8 years. The man said he retired about 3 years ago. He has a land. He has lands in that Pape Agis. That Jikoku, where I guess was talking about being like Gusape with all the hills and beauty, natural beauty. The man said he was working for the 35 years he's been working. He's managed to buy plots of land in where they call Jikoko layout. He bought those lands in case his children grow up and don't look towards his direction. He will be selling them and helping himself at old age like now. But the man said Minister Wike came, dispossessed him of the land, dispossessed him of all the land which he has documents which Erufai came in certified. He has an arrow of O. But they seized the land from him. They didn't even inform him. They did no notification, nothing. He just saw in the way again said the massive war going on. The man's son is part of what you are talking about. The man, the way I saw him in the next 5 years with the frustration the man is passing through, that man will live in the next 10 years. Because he's so frustrated all his life, earnings, he bought lands there, even in Kuje. He said, why he bought in Kuje, Minister Wike has dispossessed it. What manner of country are we where people work and suffer and die and nobody talks about it? We are talking about Papi and life in Papi. We don't talk about what people are passing through in the hands of those who are leading. It's a cause for concern. It's a cause for concern. Very sad.
All right.
God bless Nigeria.
Thank you so much. This whole land, what not grabbing? What's the word now? What's the verb to use? Collection of land from people. I think I've heard so much stories. I've experienced so many things to know that sometimes it's not fair to listen to one side of the story. There are many sides to the story. Yes. So why I sympathize with the person in question, and I think the person who called for calling, I've just really learned that when it comes to land matters in Abuja with the minister, sometimes you just want to hear all the sides to the particular issue. But thank you nonetheless for calling. All right, this is Ophion from Gwarimpa says, good morning, Gabriel. The first solution for the Buhari chairman is to reside in Buhari. Especially Papi. All right, okay. I don't know how much that's going to change, but I hear you. Adene Ishitu from Usetu says, when I was still living in Buhari, I was paying 600k for two bedroom 2022. My greedy landlord then doubled my rent to 1.2 million. Wow. 1.2 million.
One bedroom. Yeah.
That's interesting. Good morning, Nigeria Info and the guest. Omopap City is unique, but the road is something else. Imagine entering a coastal bus from Wuse to Nyanya. As the driver and Agbiru were exchanging words, drivers only for the driver to tell the Agbiru, say, see as you head food like Papi root.
Some people get bad mouth.